Alright, we guess we can see the map, so that means the stream is running fine. So this is a mission I've done in the past, but what I want to showcase here is this new feature that we have with the new patch. We have lots of pre-made cloud presets that came with the game, and they've added some overcast and rain, which will give you quite a bit of rain. But I really like the new light rain features, and I've chosen this one for this mission with a Huey. Earlier tonight I also did a mission with the Light Rain 3 with F-18s, which was quite interesting because we didn't get a lot of rain on the ground, but as we would fly through the clouds we would get some rain from there. So very interesting little feature. I like it's very immersive, and when I flew this mission earlier with my buddy, I hope we'll sort of relive the same sort of experience. Because there's a lot of wind in the mission, the clouds were moving, and about halfway to where I'm going to go drop my troops, when we encounter the enemies that you see there that are not very well hidden, we had a sort of like a shift in the weather. We could actually see like a wall of rain as we were coming closer to it, and it changes the atmosphere of the mission quite a bit when you go from almost no rain to flying into it. So hopefully you'll enjoy watching that. I'm just going to take a Huey. I'm going to pick up some cargo and troops, and I'll go drop them at the drop zone. And it's an interesting challenge because of the wind, but the atmosphere of the mission is what makes this worthy of a video, I guess. So let's go with that. So we've got a lot of wind from the north coming at 7 to 8 knots with possible gusts. So let's go try this. And the frequency for my LZ will be 32.1, and to come back to base it'll be 33.1. So I'll take this helicopter that I took earlier. There we go. Let's have a look on the outside here. One of the things I sometimes have to do is just do this so that I can move my mouse around. You can see here it's fairly clear. There's no rain right now, but in the distance there we can see that cloud. Looks like it's got almost like a wall of rain that wants to rain on wherever it's gonna go. So we're gonna be flying in that direction, so there's a good chance we'll get some rain. And I have like a little cargo here that I'm going to try to pick up. And since I've enabled CTLD, we'll get some troops as well. So let's get some spec ops. And then let's get the cargo active. There we go. We see the red smoke on it. And so with the smoke you can see that it's very windy. So I'll set up my cockpit here with that frequency that I will use to home in with the needle here on my destination. So that's set up. I'll tell my gunners to be ready with free fire. They've changed the sounds on the miniguns, so you might get to hear that as well. And so for now I'm just going to take off. Turn around where we can see the new trucks that they used to have a camo that fit with this map, but now they look yellow. They're kind of funny looking. So we'll go pick up our cargo. One of the things that I hate about that smoke is you have to more or less fly through it. And when you do that, it's kind of hard to look far in the distance, and so I just flew right past it. So I usually do this for a little while until the smoke goes away. Because of the wind, I sort of have to go with the wind to go pick this up. But with too much smoke, visibility is not so great. So let's try this again.
Forward. 30. In position. You are moving.
Okay, we got it.
Pay attention. The line is tight.
Oh, we hit the Jeep. Oh no, we set the Jeep on fire.
3 meters off the ground. Off the ground. 3 meters off the ground.
Let's give it a little bit of forward motion. I think it's the first time I do that. Set a Jeep on fire. Do I still have my cargo? I'm dragging it on the ground now, huh? Yeah, that's not good. It's always when you do a video that those mishaps happen, right? That never happens. So let's try this whole thing again. Yeah. So let's try not to be fancy for the video. Let's just try to get things done. We're mostly trying to go to the other base there to get to the rain. So I think I'll just pick up the troops. Got my troops. We'll ignore the cargo this time. Hey little Humvee, you get to live this time. So what I wanted to show you is really that rain in front of us, and if you look at my needle here for the direction that I'm trying to get to, I'm heading over there, as we can see here with the little needle. So that means I'm probably gonna fly like right through the rain as it starts in that direction over there. You can see that the sky is a little bit darker, casts a shadow on the ground there in front of us. So probably as we get close to our destination, it's gonna start raining. So I'm going to accelerate the speed, a little bit of the simulation. Just so that we get to experience the weather change a little bit more quickly. I will tell my gunners to be at the ready because there could be some action nearby. We're starting to see indications that the sky looks like it wants to bring some stuff on us. Oh, gunners are active. So that's the new sound I was talking about. It sounds like the minigun from the Gazelle, so I guess they're trying to get all the minigun sounds to sound similar. Oh, we're getting shot, and I can hear some bullet impacts, so we're going to fly a little higher. which will also allow us to see the green smoke where we're going to go land, and seems to coincide where our needle is pointing. So that's good. And I think if I go a little bit to the left here, we should experience some of that rain pretty soon. So right now the windshield is pretty clear, but we can see like it gets whitish over there. Pretty sure there's rain there. It sort of looks foggy when you have the rain. Gives my gunners an opportunity to do their handiwork. And so, are we going to get some rain? I think we have some indications already in the windshield. Will probably be a bit hard to see on the stream, but if I turn like that over the darker area, you can probably see that it's a bit blurry now, and we've got some rain falling. So we do see now like the strands of rain coming in, and I don't know if I zoom closer or if it will see them better. We do see the droplets in the windshield. So it's nice that you start, it's almost sunny, move through rain, and if I continued in that direction it would probably be sunny again. So we're gonna go drop our troops. I don't know if the rain is going to catch up to us, or if we'll get to see the rain from when we're on the ground. What's nice when we're on the ground is we see the droplets. I think they've improved the look of the droplets. The one thing that I thought was a bit of a shame is when I started the wipers. You get the animation of wipers, but it doesn't clear the rain off your windshield. So I know there's a helipad to the right of that green smoke, so that's why I'm trying to line up there and trying to face north. There's the helipad. We've got those yellow trucks again. And yes, we do see the droplets of rain as we slow down a little bit more clearly. Alright, so we're safely on the ground, so using our CTLD script we'll drop our troops. And so we can see we've got boots on the ground, some of those spec ops soldiers, some rocket guy there running about. Don't hit my helicopter! Okay, he's going right through it. Just take off and get out of their way. You can see that the rain now is falling happily. And so what I'll do is I'll change my frequency to 331, which will bring me back to base. And maybe if we can fly towards the base, at one point the rain will stop. So now that we're empty, we can fly probably a little bit faster. Of course, I don't have to break any records of speed here. The helicopter is shaking like crazy at 120 knots. So we'll slow down to maybe closer to 100. Give my gunners like the long bursts, because when they shoot the short ones sometimes they don't hit anything. Shooting on the other side now. It's nice when you can see them shoot. Come on. Get some. You got a target? Come on, shoot, shoot. There you go. Always entertaining. We are getting some bullet impacts though. That's less entertaining. Maybe I'm flying a bit fast for them to be able to aim. I was looking at them, not looking at my speed, so sorry, gunners. So you see now the rain has stopped as we're getting closer to the base. So not a droplet in the windshield now. Although we can see that this kind of wall that I was talking about earlier looks like it's approaching the base, so eventually they'll probably get the rain. When I flew this earlier with my wingman, we picked up some more troops. I think I picked up a mortar the second time around, a mortar team. And then we flew back and almost the whole fly was underwater. And when we came back to land afterwards, the base was under some rainfall, so it makes those missions have a little bit of a different atmosphere. I do get this thing where the mouse seems to not want to turn around the view. I think I read on the forums some people are getting problems where if they move their mouse inside the cockpit, they get slowdowns. I didn't have that initially when I installed the patch. Then it went away. So, magic. Let's see if the mouse moves. Yeah, it moves now. I can shift the view around. What I wanted to show behind the helicopter is that sort of wall of rain that's there. And you can see on the other side there's none. I wonder if it's going to be visible in the stream, but from where I stand when I'm in the cockpit, or if I look from the outside view, I really see it clearly where there's rain. You can see that fog effect on the ground too. Really nice. I remember as a kid sometimes big thunderstorms would show up and you would see the wall of rain coming in. So I guess it is fairly realistic. As I was saying, I like how it adds atmosphere to a mission that's just like transporting troops and cargo from point A to point B. When the weather changes, you have to be ready for it. So here we have to be careful about those light poles. Right there. Kind of like to zoom out a little bit when I'm about to land so I can see through the floor. And I can also see my vertical speed indicator so we don't enter VRS. There we go. Back to base. And there's rain there. There's rain there, but there's no rain here. And so you can see that wall of rain there looks like it's coming towards us. And inside the cloud, yeah, you can see when you move inside the cloud there is some sort of like snow and rain forming there. When I flew my mission in the FA-18 earlier, as we were flying through the cloud layer, we could see rain in the windshield. But once you're past the clouds, of course, no more rain. So yeah, interesting different effects that they're giving us. And yes, we can see some of the new trucks. I think they're gonna have to play with those textures a little bit. These Ural trucks used to be green, now they're yellow, which might fit with the desert maps. But even for desert map, it looks like mustard. There is another skin that you can put on it that's, I think the cabin is green and the canvas is like a whitish beige color, which I find looks a lot better, but this is the default one, I guess, when you had put the previous versions of the trucks. And they look very yellow. It makes for obvious targets, though, if someone wants that. So, as I start my lazy shutdown sequence, I'm gonna hope you enjoyed that little flight and the atmosphere that came with it. That's all, folks.